Recruits at hand! Check! Fire to the left! Quick! Quick!
Welcome, everyone. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Rocco Volpe. I am the Deputy Fire Chief of Operations with Central York Fire Services. I am happy to be the host for this evening's graduation ceremony. After 2 years of working through the pandemic, Central York Fire Services is excited to be hosting an in-person graduation ceremony for our 2022 recruit class. We are thrilled to see people socializing and gathering to celebrate the accomplishments of our new fire recruits. I welcome all families and friends of the recruits and all other attendees who are dear friends of Central York Fire Services. This year, Central York Fire Services hired 15 recruits due to replacement of retirees and to fill new positions to assist with the opening of our new fire headquarters, Station 4-5, and for the staffing of a 7th truck. For the viewers at home who are not able to join us in person and are joining us via live stream, welcome, and I hope you enjoy tonight's graduation. Before we get started, I would like to review a couple of housekeeping items. This facility is equipped with a single-stage fire alarm. Should the alarm sound, we ask everyone to remain calm and make your way to the emergency exits. Washrooms are located through the back door of the gymnasium to the left. Location of first aid kits are in the atrium, just beside the kitchenette. We welcome the use of cameras to capture the special moments within this venue. To the family members, please feel free to make your way up to the stage to take pictures, and that includes you, Jack. I ask kindly that you put your cell phone on silent during the ceremony, and if able, please stand for the marching of our graduates. At this time, I would like everyone to stand as the graduation class of 2022 is piped in. Assistant Deputy Chief Duval, march on the graduates. Everyone, I would like to introduce to you the 2022 recruit class. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem sung by Aaron Wrightson.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Recruits, stand back. Stand easy.
Thank you, everyone. You may be seated. Again, I would like to say a special thank you to Aaron, Central York Fire Services official singing, for the singing of O Canada. Before we get into the program this evening, I would like to acknowledge the land we are on. We would like to start by acknowledging that the Anishinaabe lands of which we live and work is the traditional and treaty number 20 territory of the Chippewas of Georgina Island. As a municipality, Aurora has shared responsibility for the stewardship of this land while recognizing the many other nations whose presence here continues to this day. We further acknowledge that Aurora is part of the treaty lands of the Mississaugas of the Credit, recognized through the Treaty number 13, as well as the Williams Treaties of 1923. Shared understanding of how the rich cultural heritage that has existed for centuries and how our collective past brought us to where we are today. We help us walk together into a better future. Today, we are here to celebrate the accomplishments of the Central York Fire Services recruit class of 2022. Their hard work, determination, and passion for fire safety has brought all these individuals here today. Joining us this evening in person, we have MPP-elect Dawn Gallagher Murphy, representing the riding of Newmarket and Aurora. Ms. Murphy will be officially sworn in and take office July 11th, 2022. MPP Michael Parsa, representing the riding of Aurora, Oak Ridges, and Richmond Hill. With us this evening, we have the Town of Aurora Mayor, His Worship, Tom Marakis. Unfortunately, due to prior commitments, Town of Newmarket Mayor, His Worship, John Taylor, is not with us. The mayor is not available to attend this evening and sends his best wishes to our new firefighters. Town of Newmarket Deputy Mayor and Regional Councillor, Tom Vey, accompanied by his wife, Angela. The Madam Chair of the Joint Fire Council Committee and Town of Newmarket Councillor, Christina Bazance. Town of Aurora CAO, Doug Nadarozny, was not available this evening due to prior commitments and sends his congratulations to all the recruits and their families. Town of Newmarket CAO, Ian McDougall. We also have with us tonight Central York Professional Firefighters President Jason Booving, who represents Local 2511. our dear friend, Becky Lowe, the wife of the late Chris Lowe, who was a CYFS firefighter, and their daughter, Julie. Don Wright is also joining us this evening and taking video of our special night. I would also like to mention that Don received the 2022 Jim Copeland Award, which recognizes significant contributions made by a citizen or group towards fire and life safety in the community. Congratulations, Don. I would also like to acknowledge all the other elected officials from the municipalities of Aurora and Newmarket who have joined us tonight. Once I've read everyone's names, please stand to be acknowledged, including the dignitaries that I mentioned so far. Bob Kawapis, Town of Newmarket Councillor, and also joining us this evening, Kelly Broom, Town of Newmarket Councillor. May I ask you to stand? Victor Woodhouse, Town of Newmarket Councillor. May I ask everyone to stand? Thank you. Other members that I would like to introduce from the Fire Management Leadership Team are Fire Chief Ian Lang, Deputy Fire Chief Jeremy Inglis, Assistant Deputy Fire Chief Claude Duval, Christine Fairbarn, our Administrative Coordinator, Tricia Quinlan, our HR Business Partner, and finally Heather Weaver, our HR Generalist. Also in attendance this evening, we have Training Officer Burdett and Training Officer Nagel. May I please ask the training officers to stand to be acknowledged for all their hard work you have put into the 10-week recruit training program. Furthermore, I would like to ask Captain Paul Horton and Acting Captain Christy Patterson to stand. Both of these fire captains were seconded into the training division to assist with the recruits in developing their firefighting skills and preparing them as they make their way to the front line. Thank you. I'd also like to continue to thank all our in-house shift training instructors. Thank you for all your hard work, dedication, and passing along your knowledge to the recruits. Also, I'd like to acknowledge the York Region Fire Chiefs and Deputies who are with us this evening. Thank you, Chiefs, Deputies, for attending. Acting Captain Jeff Rempel, who is the on-duty officer this evening, and the on-duty suppression crew, and all other CYFS personnel who are in attendance this evening with us. Thank you. To the fire graduates, first and foremost, congratulations. The individuals that sit before me are the top candidates during the 2022 firefighter recruitment process. With over 500 applications received, these individuals achieved the highest grading and measured exceptionally against our performance standards. The recruitment panel also measured the applicants on their attributes and characteristics that they bring to Central York Fire Services. Graduates, you have spent 10 weeks developing your skills and knowledge to become a valued, reliable, and competent member of the best fire and emergency service in the province of Ontario. On behalf of all the personnel at Central York Fire Services, welcome to our family. At this time, I would like to offer the opportunity to our elected officials to come forward and bring their greetings. Please bring your attention to the screens to the front to view a video from MP Tony Van Bynen's office. Unfortunately, they were not able to join us this evening. They're working hard in Ottawa. However, they wanted to send their congratulations.
Hi, I'm Tony Van Bynen, the Member of Parliament for Newmarket Aurora. I was also the Mayor of Newmarket for 12 years, and during that period, I've come to truly appreciate how important it is to have a competent fire and emergency services for our community. I'm pleased to see that you're all gathering live and in person to celebrate your long-awaited achievement, and I'm sorry that I can't be there personally, as I'm still in Ottawa for another week or so. I know that you've all spent well over 10 weeks in developing skills and knowledge to become a valued, reliable, and competent member of the best fire and emergency service in the province of Ontario. Your community needs that expertise and professionalism because they rely on you to keep them safe and make them safe during times of emergency. Your hard work, determination, and passion for fire services has brought you to this important day today. And for that, I congratulate you and I thank you for your commitment and dedication to keeping Newmarket safe and making Newmarket even better.
From MP Leah Taylor-Roy's office.
Hello, all you new graduates, and to the families and friends here to support you. My name is Leah Taylor-Roy, and I'm the Member of Parliament for Aurora, Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill. You've all worked very hard to accomplish the tremendous goal of becoming a firefighter. Making the decision to protect the people of our cities is admirable. The hard work and hours you have put in until now is a testament to how safe our city will be. We all appreciate your commitment to public service. Congratulations on your graduation and all the best. Cheers.
Now I would like to call up our newly elected and dear friend of Central York Fire Services, MPP for the towns of Newmarket and Aurora, Don Gallagher Murphy, to say a few words. Don, if you could please make your way to the stage.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you to Deputy Fire Chief Volpe for your very kind invitation to attend this evening's new recruit graduation ceremony. This is my first official greeting as your newly elected MPP for Newmarket Aurora, and I am so very honored to be here this evening to speak at this momentous occasion on behalf of our provincial government. To the graduates, congratulations to each of you on completing your training. You have now become firefighters. I realize that this has been a long journey to reach this point. You have taken courses, taken part in both physical and academic training and preparation for the Central York Fire Services recruit testing. All of the testing, training, and physical challenges you have endured are unlike any other. Your success in that phase has enabled you to be here this evening wearing that firefighter's uniform. And you all look so smart in that uniform. Now, you will be responding to calls for help from our community. When our residents are experiencing their worst 5 minutes of their lives, you are the people who our community sends to help. This is an awesome responsibility, and I congratulate each of you for becoming one of those chosen few. Now, as you begin the next phase of your career, there will be personal challenges, missed birthday parties, family get-togethers, and even the odd Christmas. This will also have an impact on your family. And to the families of these honorable graduates, thank you for the time that your loved ones will contribute to helping others in our community. These sacrifices are greatly appreciated by those of us that your partners, family members, will serve. I encourage you to remember that you are a team. Do things for the betterment of your team, the Central York Fire Services Organization. This organization has been serving thousands of our community members. As a team, you will grow. And I look forward to returning one day for your long service medal and exemplary service medal award ceremonies. Congratulations once again to each of you. On behalf of our community and the province of Ontario, thank you for your extraordinary courage and bravery.
The MPP's office has also provided the fire recruits certificates. They're there on the table to my left. Thank you for the certificates. After the ceremony, you'll be presented to them by Don and the fire chief. I would like to call up MPP Michael Parsa for the communities of Aurora, Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill, to say hello.
My pleasure. Good evening, everyone. Really is a privilege to be here with all of you. Thank you very much, Deputy Chief Volpe, for inviting me and allowing me to be here to celebrate. It's an amazing accomplishment. 15 individuals out of 500 applicants. It's absolutely incredible. 15 of the very best were picked to carry on the tradition of your predecessors. So congratulations to each and every one of you. You know, when you put on the uniform each and every day, remember that the accomplishments that you have been able to accomplish up until now is something that you can celebrate individually, no doubt. It's an accomplishment that you get to share with your family members, as alluded to by my colleague earlier, because they have sacrificed and will continue to sacrifice every single day along this journey with you. But also remember that every day that you wear this uniform, you will be a hero to a little boy or a little girl in our community. So we look at you every single day to make sure that you mentor and to make sure that as those boys and girls grow, that our community becomes better and stronger as a result. Congratulations on your achievement, and we look forward to seeing you in our community around town as you make us proud. Just as you make yourself proud, your families proud, you'll make us proud every single day in our community. Congratulations and all the best to each and every one of you.
Thank you, MPP Mr. Parsa. The office has provided certificates to congratulate the fire recruits. Again, they're on the table, and after the ceremony, they would be presented to you. Thank you. Next, I would like to call up His Worship from the town of Aurora, Mayor Tom Marakis.
I think I got to move this up a little bit. I'm a bit taller. Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of members of council and the town of Aurora to recognize and congratulate the hard work and dedication of the class of 2022 Central York Fire Services recruits. I'm so happy to see many of you in person today after a 2-year hiatus due to the pandemic. This ceremony represents the fulfillment of your studies, dreams, and goals. Every year, there are hundreds of applications received for this program, but only a select few make it this far. You should each be very proud of how far you have come. Aurora's community is grateful to Central York Fire Services for their continued protection and service. This long-standing partnership between the town and Central York Fire Service is evident in many ways, one of which is the new station 4-5 coming to Aurora. Now, we're all excited to see Central York Fire Service headquarters move to Aurora. Now, this station will be opening, and it says here, Chief, in the coming weeks, but I think I'm going to change that to soon, right? So, and will be a wonderful addition to help better serve the needs of Aurora and Newmarket. To the new recruits, your role as first responders is an important and fulfilling one. You have answered the call of public service and made a commitment to serving and protecting our families and our local community. In your new role, you will help make our community a better place to live in. You will work hard to protect our residents and make our community a safer place to live in. Your role in service will be a beacon of hope and strength to our community, especially during times of crisis, which we have seen over the past few years. Thank you to Chief Lang and the members of the Central York Fire Services team who diligently trained and taught these new recruits. Your dedication to these students and your role as leaders is inspiring. Thank you as well to the families of the new recruits who have provided their support and guidance throughout this journey. You have helped create these strong, talented firefighters, and you should be very proud. New recruits, I'm very proud of each of you here today. I wish you all much success in your new careers at Central York Fire Services. I look forward to seeing all of you flourish and grow into seasoned firefighters. Please stay healthy and stay safe, and once again, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Worship. Our next guest that I would like to welcome, Town and Newmarket Deputy Mayor, Regional Councillor, Tom Fay.
If I didn't make it, this was the place to be. Thank you very much. Evening, and congratulations to all the fire recruits and your family, your friends, your supporters that are here tonight, the parents. Absolutely great. This is a real milestone in your career, in the starting of your career. I'd like to bring greetings from the town of Newmarket, our Mayor John Taylor, and all our members of Newmarket Council. It's a pleasure to be here with you all this evening and celebrating your night as fire graduates. 500 applications, and now you. Congratulations. It's incredible. Welcome to the town of Newmarket and the town of Aurora. As graduates, you're going to be joining Central York Fire Services, which is an amalgamated fire service with the towns of Newmarket and Aurora. This family within Central York Fire Services is about 165 dedicated professional members. You'll find your career rewarding, satisfying, and at times very, very challenging. But you are the best of the best, the cream of the crop. You are joining one of the best Supreme Fire Services in all of Ontario. And we know that because I sit on the management board for Central York Fire Services, and we have the data from all over the province. So congratulations on that. We'd like to wish you all the best in your new profession, and as mentioned, I'm looking forward to when you're getting your long service awards. Now I have to tell you, you folks, you all look so great. I just can't. I can't resist it. I can't resist it. Oh, somebody went and put their hat on. Absolutely beautiful, wonderful. Congratulations, and thank you for all you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy. Okay, I'll just keep moving along into the program. The next individual I'd like to call up is a dear friend to Central York Fire Services. This person provides us great leadership and guidance. I'd like to invite up Christina Bazance. She is the chair of the Joint Council Committee and also a ward councillor for the town of Newmarket. Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Deputy Chief, and it gives me great pleasure to be here on behalf of the Joint Council Committee who represent Central York Fire Services. And I too want to say congratulations to all of you. As a town councillor, I have the distinct honor and privilege to serve as the chair of the Joint Council Committee that governs Central York Fire Services. Graduates, our respective communities of Aurora and Newmarket are so proud of your accomplishments and grateful for your service. We are delighted to be here today with you as you pass one more milestone in what will be an exciting and fulfilling career. The profession that you've chosen comes with the responsibility of trust. When you leave here tonight and have officially graduated, you will automatically have the public's trust. Trust makes the members of the community comfortable when you enter their homes at their most vulnerable moments and find comfort in knowing that they are safe. As firefighters in the community, you have a responsibility to be respectful, wear the uniform with pride, train hard so you are prepared, and provide the best customer service to the communities of Aurora and Newmarket. To the instructors and staff at Central York Fire Services, thank you for your dedication to these young men and women. The hard-earned knowledge you've been able to pass on to them has been incredible and will go a long way in ensuring their safety and ability in the days and years ahead. Without your commitment to sharing these lessons, our communities would not be so nearly well served. And of course, last but not least, to the families of this great group of graduates, thank you for supporting them in their career aspirations to serve their communities in such an important way. On behalf of the Joint Council Committee, I wish you all well and the success of serving the communities of Aurora and Newmarket and all that that has to offer. Enjoy the rest of the venue.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's obvious you could see how Central York is mentioned to be the best fire service in Ontario because of the great guidance and leadership we have from our Madam Chair. Thank you. All right, keeping things moving along. I would now like to invite a dear friend of Central York Fire Services. Her name is Brittany Kostoff. She is a fire protection advisor here in York Region, where she provides guidance and advice to fire chiefs within York Region. She's from the Office of the Fire Marshal and Emergency Management Ontario. Brittany?
Thank you, Deputy Chief Volpe. Good evening, honored guests, dignitaries, members of council, Fire Chief Lang, chief officers, training officers, fellow firefighters, family members, friends, and recruits. I bring greetings from the Acting Fire Marshal, Tim Beckett. Thank you for inviting me here today to say a few words. First off, congratulations, recruits, you did it. My name is Brittany Kostoff, as Deputy Volpe said, and I am a fire protection advisor with the Office of the Fire Marshal. It gives me great pleasure to be here with you all today on this very special occasion. You should be proud on all the work, hard work, and dedication that all of you have endured on your journey to get to where you are right here, right now. You are embarking on a well-respected and gratifying career. Central York Fire Service is a group of highly trained and skilled professionals who have answered the call of public service and chosen to dedicate their lives to ensuring the safety and protection of our families, neighbors, and public spaces. Every day you will sorry about that. Every day you are demonstrating courage, compassion, and humanity. A huge special thank you to your families for supporting you with everything that you have accomplished. I'm pleased to welcome the newest generation of Central York firefighters and extend our deepest gratitude to all members of Central York Fire Service for their unwavering sacrifice and commitment to keeping the community safe. Thank you for serving the community with pride and honor. In closing, I just want to congratulate all the recruits again. You should be so proud of yourselves. Let's be safe out there and look after one another. Thank you.
Okay, as we continue to make our way through our platform guests, the next individual I would like to bring up to the stage is I'd like to invite Central York Professional Firefighters Association Local 2511 President Jason Booving to say a few words and greetings. Mr. President, the mic's yours.
Thank you, Deputy Volpe, for the generous introduction. Chief Lang, Chief Officers, MPP Parsa, MPP Murphy, Mayor Marakis, Deputy Mayor Vey, council members, elected officials, firefighters, family, and friends, thank you for being here tonight. As Deputy Volpe said, my name is Jason Booving, and I'm the president of Local 2511 Central York Professional Firefighters. I hold the rank of captain and work at a Station 4-2 in Newmarket. Along with my executive board, Secretary Treasurer Andre Bure, Vice President Tom Hunter, executive members Paul Horton, Mike Petrova, and Mike Manisterski, we represent over 150 members of the Central York Professional Firefighters and have the privilege now of representing this year's recruit class. It's always an honor when I'm asked to speak at the graduation ceremonies, and I take great pride in taking part of this special day with the recruits and their families and the department. Over the next few months, the recruits will be asked to take the oath of the Central York Professional Firefighters and its constitution, which is derived from the International Association of Firefighters. This oath will bond them as brothers and sisters to the over 328,000 full-time professional firefighters and paramedics throughout Canada and the US, as well as members of Central York Professional Firefighters. They will be joining a family of firefighters that will make sure that no one gets left behind and everyone goes home safe each and every day. Their immediate family now becomes our family. Wives, husbands, partners, children, all become, our family. In the event of an unexpected harm, injury, illness, death, or even life emergency, the brotherhood and sisterhood vow to take care of your loved ones like they're our own, now because they're our family. Recruits, welcome. Welcome to one of the best departments around, if not the best. The progressive thinking of the management team, coupled with the support from the councils of both Newmarket and Aurora, allows our members to respond to the emergencies in safe and effective ways with the latest in health and safety equipment, personal protective equipment, and the safest and technologically advanced fire apparatus in the industry. We have grown from 2 smaller departments to one large, fairly well-oiled machine over the last 20 years of change and advancement. Although Chief Lang and I don't always see eye to eye, most of the time, or a lot of the time, right, Chief? One thing I don't ever get to do is thank the Chief and the management team for their forward thinking and the emphasis in which they put on the membership when it comes to the issues which surround the health and safety of all our firefighters. It doesn't go unnoticed, Chief, and thank you. Now I'm going to take a minute and speak to the graduating class. Well, you guys done it. You have been given an amazing opportunity. It seems like yesterday I was invited by the training officers to meet you, advise you of my role as the union president, give you a snapshot of what the association does. It's going to be a career where lifelong bonds and friendships will be built. It will challenge you, it will test you, it'll wear on you. Sometimes it may even break you. But the best part of this career is that's going to reward you. You now start on a journey in your fire service, and through that, you're going to be given chances to address elected officials, the fire chief, chief officers, senior town staff, managers, as well as your senior officers. Just remember that there will be some days that you don't feel that they're making the right decisions. But in those instances, just remember, they do make good decisions. They hired you. They were the ones that gave you the chance at this career, and just remember, like I'm reminded sometimes too, they're right. I'm going to talk to you like I'm giving advice to my 2 sons and my daughter, and by no means take this as I'm talking down to you. But what I do want to do is talk to you about the people that depend on you, and that there are several groups. And I'm going to try and push this really quick, because last time I got in trouble for the deputy for not being long enough, so I'm going to try and get this in. The citizens. They're your number one group of people that depend on you and count on you, and they're your customers, and you serve them. The citizens that you've sworn to protect, they may not look like you, they may not dress like you, they may not make the same money as you, they may not smell like you, they may not live like you, or even act like you, but they count on you. When they call 911, it's the worst emergency, whether it's the worst emergency you've experienced or something that they might seem is not a big deal to you. These people are counting on you, and you're it. You're the help, and you're going to make their day better. You represent the town, the elected officials, you represent the fire chief, and you represent the department. And you represent all professional firefighters, whether on or off duty, so don't ever lose touch with that or forget that. They are someone's mother, wife, sister, husband, father, brother, grandfather, grandmother, or somebody's child. Somebody loved them or loves them. So in that minute, it's your chance to make that difference for them. So be ready for it. The chief may mention tonight or talk about the good times that you have in this career. And trust me, there's going to be lots of good times. Other people may talk about the good times. But I want to talk to you about the serious times. Which, as a matter of fact, the fire chief is probably more qualified to talk to me or talk about it than me after serving over 45 years in this profession. But I'm going to touch on some of the serious times. It's in those serious times that the citizens and the customers will count on you, and you need to be ready for that. You've been given the starting tools from the training division with your 10 weeks of recruit training to prepare for all those serious times. But you'll also be given a career to learn and keep learning. Never remain stale. Always be adapting to the change of the fire service. Learn every minute you have to learn. And by watching firefighters, senior firefighters, officers, and learning by doing the job. The second group that's going to count on you is your peers, your crew, your platoon, everyone. What you need to remember, this job isn't about you, it's about we. This job is about a team, and you are only as strong as your weakest link on whatever truck or station you're assigned to. You are as only good as the team that you're on, and your team is only as good as you. The job can't have a weakest link, because someone dials 911, it's their worst day. And the preparation, your training that your instructors have put towards you and you've put through yourself are all going to depend on writing that worst day for someone else. And I kind of liken it to a football game, like it's your Super Bowl every time the tones go off. Except with our job, there are no timeouts, there's no half times or rests, and there's definitely no time to regroup. So remember, your peers count on you. The third group, your officers. Your officers depend on you. When I say officers, I mean your fire chief, your deputy chiefs, your platoon chiefs, your captains, your acting captains. There's an old saying, and as I've been told once or twice, maybe a lot more than that, and it's usually at our labor management meetings, you are given and have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So it's up to you to listen 2 times more than you talk. In this profession, especially in your early days, I'd go as far as saying, unless you're going to point something out that's a problem or eat, we keep our mouths shut. Listen, listen, and listen some more. You're going to be assigned to trucks and stations where firefighters have been there, done that. They've seen the worst. They've seen people take their last breath and may have even been able to turn them around. They have seen people lose their homes and their belongings to a devastating fire, as well as seen people say goodbye to a loved one. It's not all bad. Trust me, there's a lot of good. And you're making a difference in people's lives. Your officers have a lot to share and teach you. So just listen to them, learn every day, and every day is a training day. Because it's too late to learn when those tones go off. The next is your family. The peoples whose Our pictures are in your wallets, in your lockers, on your social media. The pictures in your helmets and on your homes. They're the ones that have encouraged you, helped you, remained by your side through this incredible journey on becoming a firefighter. A little secret about those people that I'll share with you is that they're scared. And they will worry. They'll be nervous, and they may not tell you that. But they are, and what they are doing is entrusting it to the fire chief and his senior staff and your officers to take care of you. Why? Why, we ask? Because we know firefighters have been hurt and killed, and we may even have bloodlines in here today that have lost a loved one to an unfortunate accident. Sometimes we must risk our lives, but most times we don't have to. And as you gain more time on this job, you'll understand the difference, and that you'll remember your family counts on you as much as everyone I've mentioned in the previous groups. The last thing I'm going to talk about is the representative of your peers on the trucks. And for those that are counting, Deputy Volpe, I know you're one of them. I have a 10-page large print document, and I'm on the 9th one. Your reputation. Your reputation has already started. It started 10 weeks ago. In fact, it probably started prior to the recruitment process. If you take a look around the room, these members who work in the fire stations, that work in the training division, the administration, prevention, also some of the officers that are going to be commanding the vehicles that you will be responding on. Sorry, lost my spot here. They've already heard about you. And I know it's all good, but keep it that way. Your reputation already started and will follow you your entire career. And the first time something happens, good or bad, all the fire stations and all the platoons will know about it in a matter of a couple of minutes. It's often been said the only thing faster than a telephone is to tell a firefighter. Be the first to check your equipment. Be the first to grab a mop. Be the first to the bay floors. Stay on the bay floors. Be the first to the truck. Be the first one on the floor making sure that the stuff you need to do your job is working. Be the first to load the hose after a working fire, and be the first to clean up. People are counting on you. And never give up until your officer says it's time to give up. That's whether we're in a burning building, a fire station, or during training evolutions. Don't be that 520. And for those of you that don't know what a 520 is, it's a firefighter who has 5 months on the job but acts and talks like they have 20 years on the job. Your reputation, remember, it's yours to write. It's for you to earn that reputation by working hard, listening, studying, training. This job has a brotherhood and sisterhood unlike no other job in the world. So be your own author of your career and your reputation. But look, the best advice I can give you in all of this is never forget why you're here. You're here to help, and you're here to help the citizens on their worst day. When they can't turn to anyone, they'll call you, and they'll call 911. Your peers, your family, your officers, and the department, we're all counting on you. So don't let them down, and don't ever, ever forget to be proud to wear the uniform, to wear the Central York Fire Services crest, and be proud to respond on the vehicles that serve the citizens of Newmarket and Aurora. Those citizens that we have vowed to serve and protect. Don't ever forget why you're here, and don't ever forget why you've been chosen to join the greatest profession there is. Thank you, congratulations, and welcome to Central York Fire Services and the Central York Professional Firefighters.
Thank you, Mr. President. Excellent speech. Well done. And I assure you, you'll all be in good hands. With over 46 years of experience and dedication in the fire service, our next speaker provides Central York Fire Services with leadership, wisdom, and vision. This individual continues each day to make Central York Fire Services one of the leading fire departments in Ontario. Please help me in welcoming our Fire Chief of Central York Fire Services, Ian Lang.
I'm just giving Rocco a hard time. If he gave Jay such a speech, I tell you, I thought I was the tough guy, but he really nailed her tonight. So thanks, Jay. And thanks to all of our platform guests for their remarks tonight. They've been very complimentary to us at Central York. And I don't know if there's a poll or anything that we need to do, but we all believe that we are the best fire service in the province. And we're going to try to prove that every day. And that's what it's all about. So I did prepare some remarks. I don't have 10 pages, but we'll do our best. I'll talk slow. How about that? No, Jay and I have a great relationship, and it's good when the fire chief has a great relationship with the association, because you talk about things and you get things done and you get good results. And that's what it's all about in this business. It's not like we're trying to make life difficult for the firefighters. What we're trying to do is make life better for the firefighters. It's just that we sometimes have different approaches to that than the association's vision. But in the end of it, with discussion and communication, we get together and we come to a workable solution. And again, that's what it's all about. It's a team. So, again, good evening. Thank you all for being here. We're live streaming on top of that, and all our platform guests had very complimentary things to say. And as the fire chief, it's my honor to participate in this program and congratulate the new recruits. You've probably not heard that yet tonight, but here we go. You've worked hard for 10 weeks. It's nothing with how hard you're going to work for the rest of your careers. But you've made some bonds between you. You've made lifetime friendships, and they will be with you your whole career. So congratulations for that, and I wish you well. I hope I'm here for their 25th long service award too, you know. I don't know, it'd be 65 years or something in the business. I don't know if I can make that work or not, but we'll try. I'd like to give a special thanks to the Newmarket HR business rep, Trish, and the deputy chiefs. They reviewed all the applications that were submitted. They sat down for days to review, look at not only what the applicants brought to us, but how they would fit in with the team that we've built here. And I think they've done an excellent job. All the reports that we've had so far from the recruit class and everybody that's interacted with the recruit class, they all say it's a great bunch. So I'm very happy to hear that and looking forward to see what they can do as we move forward. I just want to remind the recruits, you weren't hired to be average. You were hired to be awesome. So that's what we're looking for. So get at it. Okay, so the training staff has been recognized as being a key component of making sure that the recruits come into this job and they're able to undertake the basic functions of what we do in the fire service. Not only did we have some dedicated training officers, but we had two frontline firefighters, or a captain and an acting captain, that both stepped up, took off their regular shifts, and were seconded to the training division. And we thank them for that. But there are also a number of shift training instructors that went to the training division and spent several days with the recruits, teaching them specialty rescue techniques. So I'd like to thank everyone that's had a hand in working with the recruits and getting them to this stage in their career and moving this department forward. So thank you very much. It's important for the fire service to never stop learning, because in the real world, life never stops teaching. There are lessons every day. We have to be ready for all the needs of the community today, but we have to anticipate what the needs will be tomorrow. Things are changing all the time. So we have to be ready. So going at this part in the program, all the good stuff's gone, but let's speak about Fire Station 4 or 5. So we're building a fire station, adding a crew, and it's getting near completion. We're coming along. The current supply chain issues are being a bit of a challenge, but we'll be there in the summer sometime. It's been a difficult 2 years. but we're looking forward to the move into Station 4 or 5. The new station will have our training division, administration, and fire suppression crews working out of it. And together, we're all preparing for the new legislation for mandatory certification of firefighters. So we'll work together, and we're poised to meet that challenge head on. Now, I think Jay mentioned something about me having some stories. Yeah, I got a few stories, but we'll keep it light tonight. So during my years in the fire service, I have met some great people from all over the world. But I did want to talk about a fire chief I met from Texas. His name was Dwight Clark. Now, Dwight Clark from Texas had a bit of a twang in his accent. He was difficult to understand, but then Dwight moved from Texas to Georgia. And I don't know if you know anybody from Georgia, but when you mix Texan and Georgian together, you almost need a translator to understand what they're saying. But you know what? He was an amazing firefighter. He joined San Angelo Fire Department in July of 1959. He worked for 54 years in the fire service. Now, Dwight was the kind of guy that back in those days, when you joined the fire department, you kind of came in, you got introduced to everybody. There's where the coffee is, sit down. 2 hours into his first shift without any training, they were dispatched to a structure fire. That's how they used to train firefighters back in those days. We don't do that anymore. We want to be safer. We want you to be safe. So we do it a little differently. So Chief Clark, he was a pretty smart guy. He used to write for several fire magazines. And one of the things that he wanted to do was he was like a lifelong teacher. So he wrote articles about the fire service in general. And I used to be an avid fan of reading fire engineering and firehouse magazines. So he wrote an article that I read, and I thought, that really makes sense. The name of the article was Whippersnappers and Dinosaurs. Yeah, so recently I reflected back on the article and I kind of figured out, yeah, that's what he was talking about. So just so we're all on the same page, a whippersnapper is a young, inexperienced, and overconfident individual. Now, I'm not saying that's anybody in this room. I'm just saying that's the definition of what a whippersnapper is. Just let's be clear. And a dinosaur, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what a dinosaur is, but just so we're doing definitions, a dinosaur is a person or thing that's become outdated or obsolete because of a failure to adapt to changing circumstances. So I'd have to say that I tease the firefighters a little bit by saying the firefighters only hate two things. They hate things the way they are, and they hate change. But when you look back, we've been undertaking change in the fire service for over 200 years. We don't take people off the street and throw them into a fire situation without training. We do all kinds of things to make sure our people are trained and equipped to do the job safely so they can go home to you, their families. That's our goal. Everybody goes home. So that's our goal. Well, that's where we're going. So while we all want to avoid becoming a dinosaur, there's some, and again, not anybody specifically in this room, but there are some individuals that get seasoned or hardened, and they find it difficult to accept new ideas or questions about why don't we try this or why don't we try that. And again, not that it applies to anybody here, but I think Jay hit on it too, that a whippersnapper can learn a lot from a seasoned firefighter because they've done a lot of things. They've tried a lot of things. Doesn't mean they're not able to undertake or try something new or explain to you why we do it this way. But if you learn from those seasoned firefighters, you're going to pick up a lot of experience, probably without a lot of bruises and hurt feelings too. So take every advantage to learn as much as you can from them and treat every shift that you go to work as an opportunity to learn something new. because that's what it's all about. But a seasoned firefighter also needs to respect the questions and observations from our newest recruits. They're asking questions because they're engaged. They need the information. So we have to do that. We have to be respectful of each other and respect each other's views. If we're going to build this department and invest everything in it, we have to work together to make it better. That's what our goal is going to be. So just on a personal note for me, every time I moved from a station or moved in a promotion, I took on the whippersnapper mode again, and I asked all kinds of questions. It doesn't have to be when you're brand new. It can be any time you move into a new situation. So you get transferred from one station to another, you ask a question. You ask them, oh, that's a neat way of doing it. I read this article about this or that, and you know, each time you have an interaction with a crew like that, there's an opportunity to learn. And take that opportunity and let's hope it makes it better. So tonight, we celebrate these whippersnappers as the newest members of the Central York Fire Service. And all I'm going to say at the end of this is, remember, if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. But if you're determined to learn, no one can stop you. So congratulations, welcome to Central York. We look forward to great things from all of you. Thank you.
As you can see, the chief never disappoints. I always are amazed by his words of wisdom and speeches. I joined Central York Fire Services 7 years ago, and one of the main reasons was because Chief Lang was here. So thank you, Chief. All right, moving along. Now in our program, I would like to introduce the leader of our training division, a great individual, our very own Assistant Deputy Chief, Claude Duval, to the stage. Yep.
Good evening. The 15 graduates in front of you tonight went through 10 weeks of intense training and testing. They committed themselves to the team like they will remain committed to their crew and to the CYFS family. Let me give you an example of that dedication. Michael Thaler. Michael spent the first 7 weeks of the recruit class not knowing when his phone was going to ring. We authorized him to carry it, and the reason why he carried a phone was because him and his wife were expecting. But Michael's a dedicated person. I'm not exactly sure how it went, but I like to think it went something like this. He came home on Friday night, said, honey, this was a long day, and I have to be back in class on Monday morning. So, you know, I don't know if we can squeeze this, but if you could give birth like tomorrow sometime, it would work out really, really well. Boom, baby was born on Saturday. Michael was back in class Monday morning with the same smile he normally has, only a little bit wider with pride, and his eyes a little smaller with lack of sleep. How's that for dedication? CYFS would like to welcome baby Beau Thaler to the family. Congratulations to both of you. That, for Michael, was a life-changing event. We all experience life-changing events. Events that change us as a person. 12 weeks ago, 15 people in this room experienced one of those life-changing events. That's when they received the call. The so anticipated call. That call that let them know that Central York Fire Services had chosen them to be part of our team. They were chosen from hundreds of hopeful applicants to become part of our family. Although it may seem like a bit of an exaggeration to say or to call a life-changing event the fact that you've received that call, I assure you that it's not. And let me explain. You see, when you get the call to say that you've got a job offered to you like this, you're offered the opportunity to become a public servant. You're not just offered a job. You are offered the opportunity to become a public servant. Webster defines public servant as a government official or employee. Period. How's that for underwhelming? Graduates, please allow me to give you my definition of a public servant. A public servant is someone who makes the informed decision to dedicate their life to helping others. A person who can be depended on. A person who earns the trust of the people they serve. Mahatma Gandhi said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." Tonight, our graduates are becoming firefighters. They are joining a select group of men and women who will not hesitate for a second to face great danger in order to help a stranger in distress. Firefighters live a life of service. We are Central York Fire Services. Our mission is to serve with professionalism, honor, and integrity. We serve, and we do it with pride. To say that being given the opportunity to live a life of service is a life-changing event is not an exaggeration. It's not an exaggeration, it's a fact. Graduates, I mentioned earlier that we chose you. I would like to say this to you. Thank you for choosing to serve with us. Thank you for choosing to proudly protect the residents of Aurora and Newmarket. And thank you, once again, for choosing us. Thank you. The next step in our graduates' journey is to take the Central York Fire Services oath. Continuing with the theme of public service, traditionally, public servants take an oath. Elected officials take an oath to office. Military personnel take an oath of service or an oath of allegiance, as I did 35 years ago, and as my son, who's in the room tonight, did 6 years ago as well. There are many definitions of an oath out there, but for the purpose of the fire service, I feel the most accurate one is this. It is a sworn promise to diligently carry out the duties and responsibilities of a position. When Chief Lang informed me of his desire to have our recruits take an oath, I did what leaders do. I delegated. I assigned one of our firefighters to assist with the writing of our oath. A couple days later, she sent me a draft, and I was so very impressed with the level of attention she put in the task and her selection of words. See, in order to keep its relevance, an oath must be meaningful, and perhaps more importantly, an oath must be achievable. I feel this woman authored an oath that meets those criteria. And as an expression tonight as an expression of our appreciation for the work she has done, the management team would like to invite firefighter Lindsay Henselwood to be the one who will have the honor of leading the graduates in taking the oath for the first time in the history of Central York Fire Services. please.
I solemnly swear to faithfully and impartially execute the duties of a firefighter for Central York Fire Services. I will treat all members of the community with respect, compassion, and empathy. Regardless of their social status, ethnicity, or religion. I will earn and maintain the trust and confidence placed in me by my community. I will uphold the Central York Fire Service's vision, mission, and values. And serve with professionalism, honor, and integrity. I will take advantage of every learning opportunity and respect the knowledge and experiences of firefighters who have come before me. I will wear my uniform with pride and professionalism as it unites us all as a department, community, and family.
I will now be calling the graduates. Firefighter Kyle Bress. Kyle is a pre-service firefighter graduate from Georgian College. He completed his apprenticeship from the Ontario College of Trades as an Hydro 1 power line technician. He has been a paid-on-call firefighter with Oro Medonte. He is assigned to A Platoon, Station 4-2, under the leadership of Captain Donahue. Firefighter James McConkey. James obtained his firefighter certification through the Ontario Fire College. He has a certificate in fire service leadership from Dalhousie University. Holds water and wastewater certifications from the Ministry of Environment. He has been a paid-on-call firefighter with Scugog and Whitchurch-Stouffville. He is assigned to C Platoon, Station 4-1, under the leadership of Captain Milliken. Come on, buddy.
Hey, all right. We recruit them young.
Yeah. Firefighter James Wilson. James graduated from Seneca with pre-service fire diploma. He brings a large vehicle operations experience in the municipal public works road operator. He has been a paid-on-call firefighter with Stouffville. He's assigned to C Platoon, Station 4-3, under the leadership of Captain Horton. In attendance tonight are James' father, Captain Mark Wilson, Richmond Hill Fire Services Deputy Chief Joe Bennett. He didn't make it tonight. Captain Glenn Harrison from Richmond Hill Fire Services, and James' cousin, firefighter Matt Weidman from Toronto Fire Service. Firefighter Joseph Sarmento. Joseph holds a business accounting diploma from Durham College. He obtained his firefighter certification from Texas A&M. He has been a firefighter at the Ontario Power Generation Pickering plant and a paid on-call firefighter with Kawartha Lakes. He's assigned to B Platoon, Station 4-3, under the leadership of Captain Gibb. And in attendance tonight is Joseph's stepdad, Jeff Bentley, retired Deputy Chief with Woodby Fire Services. Firefighter Brandon Waddell. Brandon graduated from Durham College with a pre-service firefighter diploma and his plumbing apprenticeship program level 1, 2, and 3. He is a licensed plumber. Has been a paid-on-call firefighter with Georgina. He is assigned to D Platoon, Station 4-4, under the leadership of Captain Linklater. That was a good woohoo. Firefighter Andrew Zakigna. Andrew graduated from Seneca College with a fire protection engineering diploma and a pre-service firefighter diploma. He brings experience in building construction, has been a paid-on-call firefighter with King Fire and Emergency Services. He's assigned to A Platoon, Station 4-4, under the leadership of Captain Byes. In attendance tonight is Andrew's father, Captain Dave Zakigna, Mississauga Fire Service. Get in there, he says. Firefighter Jamie Straub. Jamie graduated from Fleming College with a pre-service firefighter diploma as well as a Seneca College with fire protection engineering technology diploma. He brings experience as a fire safety consultant and has been a paid on-call firefighter with Springwater. He is assigned to C Platoon, Station 4-5, under the leadership of Captain Petrova. Firefighter Miranda Ebaya. Miranda is a York University graduate with a Bachelor of Arts in International Development Studies. She was a varsity athlete in track and field and rugby. She obtained her firefighter certification at Training Division Fire Academy in Texas. She's been with Big White Fire Department in British Columbia. She's assigned to C Platoon, Station 4-2, under the leadership of Captain Boyden. In attendance tonight is Miranda's fiancée, York Regional Police Constable Christina Lorati. I can be, of course you can. Firefighter Michael Thaler. Michael graduated from Algonquin College in the Outdoor Adventure Program. He obtained his firefighter certification from the Ontario Fire College, has been a paid-on-call firefighter with Dysart et al. He is assigned to A Platoon, Station 4-5, under the leadership of Captain Bury. Firefighter Mitchell Kahn. Mitchell graduated pre-service firefighting from Lambton College, pre-health sciences from Georgian College, and he is in the process of becoming a certified arborist. He has been a paid-on-call firefighter with the Town of Blue Mountains Fire Services. He's assigned to C Platoon, Station 4-4, under the leadership of Captain Shepstone. In attendance tonight is Mitchell's father, Fire Chief Steve Kahn, Fire Chief of the Town of the Blue Mountains Fire Services. Firefighter Greg Murphy. Greg is a graduate of Trent University in Business Administration and has civil engineering diploma from Loyalist College. He obtained his firefighter certification through the Ontario Fire College, has been a paid-on-call firefighter with Muskoka Lakes Fire and Emergency Services. He's assigned to D Platoon, Station 4-2, under the leadership of Captain Knights. Firefighter Dylan James. Dylan obtained his firefighter certification with College of the Rockies. He brings mechanical experience as he is, as a hobby, he repairs and restores antique British cars. Actually, it's not a hobby, it's his job. He has been a paid-on-call firefighter lieutenant with the town of the Blue Mountains Fire Services. Dylan is assigned to B Platoon, Station 4-4, under the leadership of Captain Mays. In attendance tonight are Captain Steve Stavely and Captain Chris Cole from the town of Blue Mountains Fire Services. Firefighter Ryan Mink. Ryan graduated the paramedic program from CTS Canadian Career College. He obtained his firefighter certification from the training division in Fire Academy in Texas. He has been a paramedic since 2014, has been a paid-on-call firefighter with Hamilton Township as well as Chatsworth. He is assigned to A Platoon, Station 4-1, under the leadership of Captain Airy. In attendance tonight is Ryan's girlfriend, Kate Knight, firefighter with Hamilton Township Fire Department. Firefighter Jesse Gilmore. Jesse completed his firefighter certification through King Fire and Emergency Services, where he has been a paid-on-call firefighter and acting lieutenant. Has experience operating large vehicle and heavy machinery. He is assigned to B Platoon, Station 4-1, under the leadership of Captain Lawrence. From King Township, as mentioned earlier, we have Chief Wall here tonight. Our next graduate was voted by his peers as class valedictorian. He was a member of the Canadian Armed Forces for 15 years. He was in the infantry for 12 years before becoming a military firefighter. As a detachment commander in a reconnaissance platoon, he has received many letters of appreciation for his leadership, has received as well a personal commendation from a general. He's currently completing a degree in public safety and emergency management from Justice Institute of British Columbia. He's assigned to D Platoon, Station 4-2, under the leadership of Acting Captain Hugenboss. The class of 2022 valedictorian, firefighter Samuel Norton.
Speeches. Okay. Hi. Hi. Whippersnapper here. Too easy. Okay, so good evening, family and friends, honored guests, Central York personnel, training officers, Deputy Volpe, and Chief Lang. Before I begin, I would like to make mentions to all the training officers. After years of meeting instructors and being an instructor myself, I know wholeheartedly that dedication like this does not come around often. Over the last 10 weeks of crew training, they have shown true knowledge, passion, and detail through every evolution that we've conducted. It has been truly an honor to work with you and be led by all of you. I look forward to working for the years to come, so please just let's take a second and give a round of applause for the training staff. Oh my God, flipping pages with gloves on. You may be wondering why I stand here before you today, and honestly, I asked myself the same question once I was voted in. I came from 15 years in the military, 12 of those in the infantry, 7 different countries, all with bumpy roads. I joined the military at 16 years old. When I showed up to basic training, I was met by an instructor. And that instructor asked me what trade I was in. And I basically proceeded to blankly stare at this man and say that I had no idea. He grabbed this big stack of papers and he started rooting through it and he pulled it out and he's like, "You're in the infantry, and clearly you belong there." Fast forward 12 years and I finished up my time in the infantry as a recce deck commander. And I was finding out that I was having a son at the time. At that time, I was currently gone, averaging about 250 days away every single year, and I decided to make a change. Subsequently, I found another bumpy road, and I made it here. When I first arrived at Central York, I listened to all of you speak to your backgrounds. You spoke of years in the fire service and gloves, trades, and various jobs across an amazing spectrum. You spoke of your accomplishments in class and your defeat in mindfulness. Such a good time mindfulness is. After listening to all of you, I started to ask myself, why am I here? I don't have trades. I don't have more than 3 years as a firefighter. I've been a soldier for most of my early adult life. However, as I began to learn about all of you, I began to find a new family with the same ties I once had in the infantry. We all come with our own backgrounds, our own bumpy roads. We all took our own routes to get to this point, and we've all succeeded. Let's take, for instance, Joe Sarmento, a nuclear firefighter with Ontario Power Generation, a CrossFit advocate, and wouldn't you know it, he's also an accountant. Hope you're ready to do a lot of taxes, Joe. Kyle, a lineman with Hydra 1, and I guess you're actually going to have to start working now. And Brian, a York Region paramedic, and the most morally sound and ethical person I've ever met. Jamie Wilson, a tried and true firefighter straight to his bones. When I think back, and Jamie Straub, our fire prevention family man. When I think back to our time on chorus, a few sticker deals stand out, like the first time Miss Frizzle was driving our school bus on the first day, or Jamie Wilson and his favorite earplug. You'll have to ask him about it later. Or the fact that just Jamie Wilson likes to give big hugs. But nothing stands out more than medical training. During one of Captain Nagel's medical scenarios at Old Town Hall, he was dressed up as a cowboy that fell off a horse. During this time, covered in ketchup, laying on the ground outside of Old Town Hall, while waiting for a group to come to his assistance, a concerned Bell Service employee came up and almost called 911. I could go on about the amazing accomplishments and the stories of all of you in the front row today, the true diversity, friendship, and integrity of all of you. But on a personal note, ever since leaving the infantry, I've been lost. Lost in the camaraderie of a family, and lost in the direction I'm supposed to go. Sorry. Though you may not have seen it through my playful banter, you've done more for me than I could ever do for you in support of my transition. I want to thank you all for your friendship and Central York for showing me a family. So as we embark onto our new journey, I would like to say cheers to the next 30 years. Pro Patria.
Rory, if I can kindly get you, thank you. All right. Apologize if this next piece is going to be a little bit hard for me, but I'll try to do the best I can. In November of 2017, Central York Fire Services suffered the loss of one of our own, firefighter Chris Lowe. Chris Lowe was one of our 2016 recruits in which he was chosen by his classmates as class valedictorian. In the short time he was with us, Chris left such an impression. In Firefighter Lowe's memory, Central York Fire Services has created a memorial award which will be presented to recruits who demonstrate outstanding skills, academic performance, progress, teamwork, and charisma. These are the attributes and traits of character that Chris demonstrated every day. Please join me, everyone, in welcoming Becky Lowe and Julie, Chris's wife and daughter, to announce this year's recipient.
So I wanted to start by saying that we are incredibly proud of everybody's hard work and dedication throughout the recruitment training.
Have all been given the knowledge and skills to be great firefighters, and in my dad's words, my challenge to each of my brothers and sisters is to stay humble, work hard, and don't forget why we are here. I know the recipient of the Christopher Memorial Award will carry on my dad's legacy and demonstrate his commitment to the Central York Fire Services.
Do you want to keep going? Okay. This year's recipient for the 2022 recruit class is firefighter Kyle Bress. Firefighter Bress, please make your way to the stage.
All right, group speaking. Whew. Thank you. Honestly, it's an honor. For not even sure who brought me on and elected me for this. So, thank you very much. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I will live on the words you said and everything. And to everyone that I had the graduation class with, thanks for the fun time. And I hope that all you can challenge me and don't let me forget about this award. Keep pushing me every day if you ever see anything different. This is amazing. So thank you.
Thank you for joining us in celebrating the accomplishments of our newest firefighters. Before this ceremony comes to a close, I'd like to acknowledge the following Central York Fire Services personnel for their hard work and dedication for planning this special evening. Christine Fairbarn, Administrative Coordinator, Ali Wigmore, who's taken our photos, who's our Accounts Administrator. Thank you, Al. Lisa Puccini, our Secretary Receptionist. I would also like to thank Rory from Northridge Community Church for his assistance with tonight's event. He has always been a great friend and a great help. Thank you, Rory. Finally, there is one person that I would like to personally thank for her hard work in organizing this special event for our firefighter recruits, and that is Monique Matar. Monique, if you could kindly stand, I'd Don't want to embarrass you, but I don't know where you are. There you are. Central York Fire Services wishes all the recruits success in your firefighting careers. In closing, I would like to invite Monique to lead us in the firefighter's prayer and close out this evening's graduation.
When I am called to duty, God, wherever flames may rage, give me the strength to save a life, whatever be their age. Help me embrace a little child before it is too late, or save an older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert and hear the weakest shout, quickly and efficiently to put the fire out. I want to fill my calling to give the best in me, to guard my every neighbor and protect their property. And if according to your will, I must answer death's call, bless with your protecting hand my family, one and all.
This concludes tonight's ceremony. I would like now to welcome everyone to make their way to the atrium for refreshments and desserts. Good luck, recruits. Be safe. And welcome to the greatest profession in the world. Deputy Duval, march off the graduates.
Tonight is a very, very big event. We have 15 recruits that graduated tonight. They went through 10 weeks of training and testing, and they did fantastic. We're very, very selective, and it shows with the group of people we have selected and how well they've been doing and how well they've gelled together. It shows that we put our effort into it, and we put together a winning team.
I didn't hear. I was getting up to take a picture. Where are you stationed?
It's unbelievably heartwarming to see my brother become what he's always wanted to be. I think it's amazing. He's always wanted to be a firefighter, and he's been working so hard to try to become something that can save lives and help people and become something, and he's finally doing it. And so it makes me feel incredibly happy for him.
This is very important in the fire service so that we can recognize all that hard work and dedication that's gone into the previous recruit class, showing that dedication and everything that they're putting forward and recognizing them for it, and then prepping them a little bit for how we're going to proceed into the future.
Just so very excited to be here today. Mitch has wanted to be in the fire service for a number of years, and just from a young boy, playing with the toys. He actually used to go on some calls with me, being around the fire hall for a number of years. Actually, he started with our volunteer department within the Town of the Mountains. Unfortunately, because of nepotism, we cannot hire him internally, so we're so very proud that he was hired with Central York. It was one of his first choice.
Honestly, I just buckled down and kept studying, and it was a vote. My peers voted me into a valedictorian, and I'm honored to hold the role. Hopefully getting into rope rescue. I do come back from a mountain guide background in the infantry, so hopefully I can translate those skills into rescuing.
The strength of any fire service is in the people that we have working for us, and we're very, very pleased right now to be graduating 15 new recruits that are going to supplement our ranks and help us provide a better level of service to the communities of Aurora and Newmarket.